You're busy. Everyone is. But here's the problem. You're probably busy doing the wrong things. You check your email first thing in the morning. You jump from task to task. You make promises to yourself about starting that project, hitting the gym, or finishing that side hustle. And by evening you feel like you accomplished nothing. The irony is, this isn't a time management problem. It's not that you need more productivity hacks or another app. It's that you don't understand how habits actually work. And you don't know which activities are actually moving the needle in your life. Today, I'm counting down 5 books that will completely change how you think about productivity, habits, and what it means to actually get things done. These aren't theoretical. Each one gives you a framework you can use today. Let's start. Number 5, Atomic Habits by James Clear. This book has sold over 10 million copies worldwide, and for good reason. The core promise is simple. Small changes can lead to remarkable results. Here's the framework. Clear teaches. Habits are not about big dramatic overhauls. They're about getting 1% better each day. The book breaks down how habits work. The cue, the routine, the reward. Once you understand this loop, you can redesign it. Want to build a new habit? Don't try to change everything at once. Start so small it feels trivial. Want to exercise more? Don't commit to an hour at the gym. Commit to putting on your workout clothes. That's it. That removes friction. Want to read more? Don't aim for a book a week. Put a book on your nightstand before bed. Make it the easiest option. Clear emphasizes something most productivity books miss. You are not trying to build willpower. You are trying to make the desired behavior the path of least resistance. Who this is for? Anyone who has tried to change and failed. Anyone who feels like their habits have them, not the other way around. This book is a system, not motivation. Number 4, Deep Work by Cal Newport. You're distracted, constantly. Your phone buzzes. Slack messages pile up. You're context switching 47 times a day. Cal Newport's argument is that deep work, the ability to focus without distraction on cognitively demanding tasks, is becoming rare, and that scarcity makes it incredibly valuable. Here's what Newport teaches. Shallow work feels productive. Checking email, attending meetings, managing tasks. It feels like you're doing something. But it doesn't produce anything of real value. Deep work is different. It's the 2 hours you spend writing your book. The 4 hours you spend designing without interruption. That's where your real output lives. Newport gives you concrete strategies. Block time for deep work on your calendar. Protect it like a meeting with your boss. Most people won't do this because it feels luxurious. But it's the opposite. It's the only way anything meaningful gets done. He also argues for what he calls productive meditation. Using time, you're doing something physical to solve hard problems. Walking, driving, running. Your brain works on the problem in the background. Who this is for? Knowledge workers, writers, programmers, anyone whose output depends on thinking deeply. If you feel like you work all day but produce nothing, this book will change your approach. Number 3, The Power of Habit by Charles Duhigg. Duhigg goes deeper into the neuroscience of habit than most authors. He doesn't just tell you habits work. He shows you how they rewire your brain. The central insight: habits are a neurological shortcut. Your brain literally stops working when you perform a routine task. It enters autopilot. This is efficient when the habit is good. It's devastating when it's not. Duhigg walks through real case studies. He shows how a woman quit smoking by understanding her habit loop. She wasn't addicted to nicotine the way everyone thought. She was addicted to the break, the social ritual. Once she understood the cue and the reward, she could substitute the routine. He introduces the concept of keystone habits. These are habits that trigger a cascade of other positive changes. If you fix your sleep, you're more likely to exercise. If you exercise, you eat better. If you eat better, you make better decisions. The book also explores organizational habit. Why do some companies have a culture of excellence while others don't? It's not talent. It's habit. It's the way decisions are made repeatedly. Who this is for? People who want to understand the mechanism. If you want to know not just what to do, but why it works, Duhigg's approach is more satisfying than surface-level tips. Number 2, Essentialism by Greg McKeown. Here's the truth most productivity books won't tell you. Saying yes to everything means you're saying no to what matters. McEwen argues that success is not about doing more. It's about doing less, but the right less. Essentialism is a mindset. It's the discipline of saying no to almost everything, so you can say yes wholeheartedly to what actually moves your life forward. McEwen teaches a framework. Explore, evaluate, eliminate. You explore your options. You honestly evaluate which ones align with your values and goals. Then you eliminate everything else. Ruthlessly. Most people operate in the opposite direction. They say yes to opportunities, favors, projects. They fill their calendar. Then they complain about being busy. But busy is not the same as effective. You can be busy and accomplish nothing. You can also be selective with your time and accomplish everything that matters. The book includes case studies of CEOs and creatives who became more productive by doing less. They protected their time. They had the courage to say no to good things so they could do great things. Who this is for? Anyone who feels overcommitted and stretched thin. Anyone who realizes that their calendar is controlling them, not the other way around. This is the book that teaches you to reclaim your life. Number 1. How to Do Nothing by Cal Newport. Wait, the title is ironic. It's not about literally doing nothing. It's about doing things that aren't optimized for productivity. Newport's argument is that we've turned everything into a project. Reading is a project, conversation is a project, even relaxation is a project. But some of the most important thinking, creativity, and growth happens when you're not trying to optimize, when you're just sitting, walking without purpose, having a long conversation without an agenda. Newport calls this time freedom, and he argues it's increasingly rare because digital technology has colonized every moment. Here's the insight. Your brain needs boredom. It needs time to wander. Neuroscience shows that your default mode network activates when you're not focused on a task. That's when your brain does its deepest work. That's when you make novel connections. That's where creativity lives. If you're always productive, always optimizing, always grinding, you're actually less creative. You're less resilient. You're more burned out. Newport teaches what he calls digital minimalism. It's not about using technology less. It's about being intentional about how you use it. Who this is for? The high achiever who has optimized themselves into a corner. The person who knows something is wrong but can't quite name it. This book helps you see that rest isn't laziness. It's fuel. Here's what all 5 of these books share. They reject the myth that more is better. More hours, more tasks, more hustle. They replace that myth with something more realistic. Productivity is not about working harder. It's about working on the right things. It's about building systems that work for you, not against you. It's about understanding that rest is not the absence of productivity. It's a component of it. If you've read any of these, let me know which one resonated most in the comments. And if you're looking for your next read, start with whichever problem feels most urgent in your life. Are you overwhelmed by bad habits? Start with Atomic Habits. Do you struggle with distraction? Deep Work. Want to understand how habits actually work? The Power of Habit. Spread Too Thin? Essentialism. Burned Out on Optimization? How to Do Nothing. Each of these books will give you a different angle on the same problem. How to spend your limited time on what actually matters. Links to all of these books are in the description below. Pick one up. Your future self will thank you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on your